Good morning, everyone. My name is George Kosch, and yes, it's Happy Friday. Today is actually Friday, the 18th of April. Month is moving along. We're right into spring now. Weather is getting better. It's looking good. What do we do in these workshops? Number one, this is a very informal Friday morning workshop where I, obviously do the introduction, talk to you a little bit about Worldprofit for the benefit of the new members, and then we move right into, how to do this Worldprofit thing. The saddest part that I have from doing probably getting very close to 1,000 workshops is the people that need the most help generally never get to the video. They never get to the workshop. Um, so that's a good note for monitors. Make sure you get people to the workshops. Just tell them to go to the Start Here button. Just watch the videos on that page because these videos are key to success. We're looking for people that, just want to take that whole, 30 or 40 minutes to just learn something new. And that's the whole idea of these workshops, is just so that I can get people on track. If they're off track, give them some pointers and go from there. And Phil, no, this is only for silver members and platinum members. This is for paid members. We don't invite associates at all. They can go watch the silver membership video because, well, Phil, here's what would happen. They would fill out probably 12 to 20. Now we get tech support forms all day saying, well, I want to do this thing, that you showed in the video. And I would say, well, that's only if you're a silver or platinum member. And after doing that about 25 times a day, of course, because they'd be watching the videos, we'd run into a lot of trouble because they'd say, well, why are you inviting me to a video that's all about tools and things that I don't have? We did do that once. We invited some, and it just was a colossal failure. Anyways, the background here at Worldprofit is we did start over 30 years ago off a kitchen table. I got out of the military. I went to the military college, got my degree in math and physics. Then I got my master's soon after that. Same thing in physics and not computers. I got out of the military after 10 years because my last posting was as a jet pilot instructor, which was, awesome. But here was the thing. I was looking at 4 years of ground tour, which would have put me behind a desk. And they offered a 10-year package for retiring, which included 1 full year of money, full-time pay. So I got out, and guess what? Worldprofit started, and we want to, our goal right away was to make sales, of course, but then we learned very slowly that we had to rely on affiliates to make sales. It was a lot cheaper than advertising. Advertising costs tremendous amount of money. And it's easier to pay people commissions, just like when you go buy a car, buy a house, you have all these other people doing these jobs from their homes, doing the promotion. And what we made the mistake of was we started just promoting buying the package. Here it is, buy it. And you might think, well, that's a great idea. People just buy things. Oh, no, they don't. They refund things. They give back because they weren't educated. They didn't know what they were buying because one page isn't going to do it. And the second issue was we would rather have people come in and be able to kick the tires and learn about Worldprofit. And the third point, this is the biggest point, is you're going to get a tremendous amount of leads. And those leads will go on a list called the associate list. And that's the list that we share with affiliates, with you, with silver, platinum members. We share that list with you. So we send you out, we give you the ads, we tell you where to post them, we tell you where you can find places to post them. And as people come in for free, they take a look at our package and then they upgrade. Or they buy advertising, they use the advertising, and then they go from there. While I'm at it, just a little aside, I wanted to give you a little aside. For the monitors, when somebody does come in and says, listen, I want to test your traffic first, the free traffic. The free traffic is bulk. It's called bulk traffic. We pay for some of it. Some of it is like, log off pages and things like that. It's just, it's bulk. It's not that good. What do you expect for free, right? Nobody ever complains because it's free. Make sure that you mention to people that if you want the premium traffic, you want the real stuff, the better stuff, $77 is not a lot to ask, right? And that gets them a whole month, and that gets them a whole year of traffic, right? So it's fantastic. To really benefit from this system, though, back to normal here, you need to go to lesson 3. You need to get on lesson 3, and you need to click on the Start Here button on the left menu. And if you're not sure where it is, it's really easy to find. It's right here. It's a green button that says Start Here. Just below your image, if you put a picture in, it'll say Start Here. And when you click on that, that's going to take you into our newly renovated area. Okay, this is brand new. I decided I wanted to just refine it a little bit. So I created some ebooks, and I have a YouTube channel link right at the top for people to go to the channel and see everything. They can also access a specially trained GPT, which is all based on everything here. Okay, thanks, Phil. No, that's good. The idea of this was to feed people information in whatever way they want. You can do it through an ebook here, which will download onto their computer, which I had AI write based on this video. Okay, so they can watch the video, and the transcript is basically within this book. There's a web version. If they click on it, they can see the web version if they don't want to download the PDF file. It will take you through everything, right? Same thing with the advanced one. This is on earning money with Worldprofit. Why? Because everybody wants to know how to make money. So I renamed it. I just called it Earning Money because it attracts attention, right? People, oh, really? I want to see this one. But it's really taking clicks and turning them into silver members, right? So again, you can see the web version. They simply click here. It's easy peasy. They just look down and they can read about it, and they can learn about the concept of Worldprofit. And then in comes the bootcamp workshops. Okay, and I just post 4. And then if you want to see Linda Elsie, listen to her take on how to do all of this, being so successful, you can watch that video here. Okay, does anybody have any questions about that? Because this is all new. And I put this up here. People are putting in advertising into the system that directly goes to sales pages, number 1. And number 2, oh, I hate to say it, but just pounding out stuff to affiliate links. It's a low end way of making money, right? You're not really running a business when you do that. You should be using ads that build a list, opt-in pages. And that's what this does. This just gives them, listen, don't go in the graveyard, get out there, learn about it. Don't get suckered into that type of thing, okay? Because it doesn't work. You're going to get the odd buy. The odd person's going to buy. But in a year from now, imagine yourself just posting links everywhere. And a year from now, you will make money, but you won't have a business running. You won't have a list. You won't be able to rely on sending to that list and making money in other affiliate programs, right? And affiliate owners, people that own these programs, don't share the list that you build for them. It's great that you're building them a list, but do it from your list. Create your list and send email to that list about your affiliate programs, because you don't mind building those. I mean, you're making money, right? But when you just send out affiliate links, the owner of the program's loving it. They're not going to share that data with you. They're just going to say, well, you made a sale. Good for you. And they'll pay you. But you don't have that person. That person might buy other stuff. What do you do when an affiliate buys something, right? You send them to Herculist or you send them to a mailer and they buy and you're like, yes, I made 20 bucks. That person's got money. They're over there. They're gone. You don't have them, right? So all of the selling should be through your newsletter and your prospect manager and your autoresponder if you are a platinum member or you have the autoresponder service. Everything. Look at me. I have never, ever, in over 20 years, posted links on the web to anybody, any affiliate program at all. Every single posting I make is to my list, the associate list. And guess who gets all of that? FastTrack, right? FastTrack gets it. But you won't see me just sprawling links out there to my, to Herculist. Join Herculist. It's great. And I hope they upgrade. Great, they upgraded. Good. Oh my goodness, I just took somebody who upgraded and I don't know who they are. I just got money. Ooh, I'm so happy, but who paid? Even if they tell me who paid, what am I going to write them down on a sticky? Oh, Johnny paid. Here's his email. I think I'll email him. Do you want to buy some more? No. You put them on a list. And then when they buy, you make the money, but they're money people, right? I have fought and begged and pleaded with people for over 20 years to understand that concept. That's why you're on so many lists. Right, Bill? Bill, you're getting pounded every single solitary day with emails saying, buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. Who do you think owns the list? Somebody real smart. Somebody that's smart. And they're called gurus, right? You go to JV Zoo. Look at that. They're building a list. That's what they're doing. Safe list owners. They're building a list. They own the list. People just don't get it. But they make money. I'm not going to keep ranting about this, but they make money and they're happy. And yet they don't know who bought. They don't know where the money came from. I want people with wallets and I want them on my list. So they buy stuff. So Joe says, can I assume what you're talking about now are not available to free people? No, of course not. This is about the silver membership. This is about the platinum membership. This training is based on those tools only. Do you know what an associate is? An associate is a lead. They're on the list, my list, and your list. They're on your prospect mailer. It's the list. They're just little people on the list. The little people. Hundreds of them, thousands of them. They're sitting there like that. And we want them to buy advertising, and we want them to buy silver or platinum memberships. But they're on a list. And you can send them emails about your programs and say, buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. And guess what? When they buy, it's a wonderful thing because they're still on your list. They're the ones with the money. Who cares who they are? You can mail 1,000 people at once, or 500, or 100, or one at a time, right? And that's the secret, Luther, is you give things away for free to generate the list. And you tell people on the page, these are the things you get. You get benefit. You get value when you sign up. And they get on your list, and then you can email them the upsells, right? And that's what works. It's always worked. That's something we learned 29 years ago after 1 year of full pathetic failure. We failed as a company for the first year. Oh, we made money, but we didn't know who we were making money from, right? They were on a list of any kind. They were like, we call them show home buyer, like domain host clients, but we never had a list of them or anything. They just bought, and we're like, yeah, look at that, we got 100 customers. We could never email them. We didn't have segregated lists. We didn't have anything. It was terrible. And then the sales started to plummet. Why? Because competition started coming up. And then we learned, wow, we need to have a free program. And that's what happened. So the bottom line here is do the promotion for as long as it takes to start generating leads. Join sites, copy ads, post ads, and repeat. Okay, make sure you get a Gmail account. That will help a lot. Okay. The video in here, there are two. Okay, the first one is really, well, I could just click on it. This is getting started. Okay, and this is going to take you through the very first video. It's easy to just read it, and it will take you through how to choose menus and things like that. Okay, and you can refer to these. You can bookmark them. All you do is you go up to this little star up here and you bookmark the site. Okay. And they're very easy to access, and you can have the book stored. You can also download the ebook, and it'll come up as an ebook on your computer right there. And you can download it and save it and do whatever you'd like. Just looks nice, right? It's easy to skip pages and move through things. All right. It's really cool. It works, and it will take you through all the stuff that you see on this slide. Are there any questions before we congratulate people for, oh, I didn't change where it says March. You know what? I'm going to fix that right now. Excuse the code. I always feel bad about code. But I have to find March. I'm tired of seeing that. March. It's April, George. It's April. There. It's funny, I do these things and I keep looking down and like the months change. I should just have that dynamic, right? Which I could do, where it would just sense the month. Just not thinking. Okay, first off, remember for the monitors, there was a question in the monitor group about this. Why are we, suddenly we're giving money and we're rewarding the top monitors. Secretly, this was about getting people to generate real signups. One of the issues that we've had with Worldprofit is you come to a page to join, right? Any of our landing pages. And we have some people, unfortunately and sadly, kind of getting trapped into these sign up people easily. And they sign up, but they don't, they're not real. In other words, they sign up with a Gmail account and they never activate their account because we say to them, just like any company, try to join any business, right? They say, we've sent you an email with a link to confirm. That's what we do. Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but the very high percentage is they're not, and you can't say they don't get the email because I have how when people are testing things, they have something that works perfectly and something that they're sort of, questioning, but they go through the same mechanism, right? It'd be like 100 people come from this source and they all activate. And then you got this other source and you're like, how come 90% of them aren't, activating? So my source is my FastTrack stuff, my YouTube stuff that we get from other people. These are just influencers that just use us and say, hey, this is free. You know how influencers work. They look for stuff and it's a great relationship because they don't sign people up. They just say, go to Worldprofit and sign up. 100% of them sign up. 100. There's never a failure with somebody coming from a search engine or a safe list that we've promoted to. And if they don't activate, they fill out a support ticket and they say, I didn't get the email. In other words, 100% of them are in. But the stuff that just generally comes in from a lot of promotion, not from one or not from the people on the list, just in general, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, sometimes they don't. So in other words, they're being signed up by a system, right? And the member gets an email saying so-and-so signed up, but they're not activated, right? So that's the problem. So what we wanted people to do was realize that when it's quiet, crickets in the live business center, that's not a problem that's the problem that's being caused by people not activated, because they automatically would come into the live business center, right? And then they would probably ask questions like, you've seen them come in, they come in and they say, hey, I want my free ads. Because let's face it, everything that we do gets people to come and sign up for the free stuff. That's what I teach. I've taught that all the time. I mean, who goes to a mall and walks out of the mall with nothing, right? You walk in there going, I'll go in for a coffee, come out with $100 worth of stuff. So that's what happens with Worldprofit. So congratulations to the monitors, though, that are doing a fantastic job right here. Phil, Raj, Miguel, Luther, Nicole, Varn, Linda, Lisa, Will, and Sydney. Okay. Congratulations again to our top sellers so far this month. Doing a great job. Okay, so Bill says this is about pre-selling, how you approach the prospect. Yes, and honestly, the training as far as the newer people go is just promote. Go into the ad examples. Go into the sources. Join the sources. Write it down. I mean, I just can't overemphasize. Just when you start out, write it down. You know, the safe list you joined, the email you used, that kind of thing. Eventually you're going to have, I'm not going to pull my stickies off here, but I've got stickies that I pretty much use every few days. I'll have looked at every sticky, right? And especially with new sites I've signed up for. Also, make sure you remember Link Magic. This is my favorite place on the whole, I think on the whole internet right now is Link Magic, because you can go in here and you can save those logins as you go, except for the one that Worldprofit gives you, which you can get to by going here and then clicking on this little sort of orangey red tile. I just use that all the time. These ones, they're here, they're saved for you. You don't have to worry about those ones. But you can literally go through and promote for hours in the day if you wanted. But I'm going to tell you about a new system. I'm creating a system which will generate the most traffic that we've ever generated, that will automatically be signed up for by every silver, platinum, and associate member that we have. So it's built within, this will be built within Worldprofit. And it will generate incredible leads, because what people are going to do is they're going to be looking at ads, but it's going to be using modern technology to reward people for looking at ads. And now these ads won't be URLs, they'll be just ads. Just like if any of you have used the Sapphire Solos, right? You know, you put your ad in, you put an image in, and people will view these ads. They'll be rewarded with what we're going to be calling something. You'll see, it'll be like, think of it as like tokens or whatever that will be generated. And when people are interested in your ad, they will simply click on the URL and go to it so you can track it. But here's the kicker. They will only receive traffic when they're in there looking at ads, and they'll receive a lot of traffic. So people will be heavily rewarded for being in and doing the job of looking at ads. They will be able to place as many ads as they want to a certain point. You know, I'll limit it to a certain point, because then they won't get as much benefit. Like if you put 10 ads in, you know, it's better to have a couple, maybe 3, and then you get more views. However, when somebody is interested in something that you're selling or that you're promoting, they will be able to message you with a state-of-the-art messaging system, and you will be able to go back and forth with them. So that's important too. And you'll have a messaging area where you can then enjoy selling your stuff. Now, where does the money come in? Well, some people don't want to surf or look at ads. They can buy credits to accomplish this. And there will be all kinds of rewards for people looking at ads. There will be lots of stuff. It's going to be pretty cool. And it will be within Worldprofit. So nobody needs to sign up for it. Everybody's signed up. The only way that, it works is if you go to it and activate it and say, yeah, I'll put my ad in, and then, oh yeah, I guess if I'm not, see, with safe lists and exchanges now, people post their ad and leave. They're gone. And their ad gets viewed because that's just the way safe lists and exchanges work. However, this one will be a little bit different. You'll be rewarded heavily for being in there and participating, right? So it'll be pretty neat. So I'm excited about it. I'm starting to program it. I've finished some of the core stuff. You'll love the interface I've created. It's extremely modern looking. And it will be done within, I will say, before the end of the month for sure, if not sooner than that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to release it, and I can tell you this. So the classified ad system is probably the most heavily trafficked site we have within the member area, right? So if you go here and you go down the left menu and you click on free classified ads and you go here, this is packed with people. It's constantly loaded with people. And what do? They want to post an ad. So they click post ad. Well, I can post as many ads as I want because I'm a platinum member. But if you're an associate member, you have to earn by clicking on ads to earn credits. Now, I can't show you that here because I don't have to earn credits, right? But associates have to look at ads. And when they click details here, they are rewarded with credits. And those credits can be used for their ads. That's all fine and dandy, but it also says to them, you can leave now, right? You can go away and we will use your credits, which are used up for the ads, and your ads will be seen and people will earn credits for them. That's fine. This system will be different. People will have to be using the system actively for their ads to be seen. So you're going to have, maybe based on a classified ad system, we get about 500 ads every 24 hours. Now people put in multiple ads, but roughly 500, sometimes 600, 700 ads in a day. Imagine how many people will be looking at ads when the only way they get their ads looked at is when they're looking at other ads, unless they upgrade to silver or platinum, perhaps. Okay, so it's going to be an interesting system. And the biggest problem that I'm having now is making sure that I'm careful that it doesn't get overloaded because you might have an ad getting seen 500-600 times in 6 hours. So yeah, all of this stuff is brainstorming at this point, but I do have code. I actually have code that's up and running, and it's fine. Only for me, of course. Okay. I'm also planning on modernizing stuff, just making it look a little different. Like I do like this, this is very modern now. This is, stuff, but I like to play around maybe with some of the menus here and just make them look a little bit different, a little bit 2025-ish. So those will be things that are going to be done. All right. So incredible new traffic and lead and messaging system now. And like I said, the messaging system, they will have to earn their way to do messages too. So if you want to message somebody, you've got to look at ads. You have to be there, right? Doing stuff. So you'll be rewarded. Everybody will be rewarded for doing things. All right. So now I want to show you something that's really cool. The AI page builder, the Instant AI page builder, is really exciting because I added under AI here a new one, a new prompt that I really enjoyed using. It's prompt 11, and it's an AI ebook builder. Has anybody used it? Yeah, Phil, and I can promise you one thing, I'm not going to remove stuff. I'm just going to make it look better, kind of look different, you know? You see how there's a little gold line here, and you got a little light bulb, things like that. I just want it to look different, right? So anyways, this one, has anybody created their own ebook doing this? Because it's pretty neat. It is pretty neat. You can see the demo here of a just an ebook that I pasted on the site. And this was built with no input from me at all. None. I didn't do any input. And you can easily print these using Google Chrome or Edge to an actual PDF. But what I did in this video was I showed people from start to finish how to take your ebook. And well, let's just play around with it. You guys want to see something here? Watch. So what we do is we have to feed data into it. And I'm not a writer, as I've said many times, so many times. The best thing to do if you want to create an ebook is post a transcript from a video. Hopefully it's from your video, you know, but you could use other videos as seeds and then modify the text for what you want to create, say posting somewhere and doing this and doing that. You can use other videos for inspiration, I guess. But what I did was I grabbed a kind of a shorter video of mine, and I said, let's do the ebook from it. So you know, I could take one here. I don't something easy. How I created an ebook from splash page 54. So here you go, AI splash page builder. So what I could do is I could go here. I can grab the transcript, right, and take it just like this. There's no constraint. You just take it, copy. And if you want a great plugin for your Chrome browser, like I said in the video, it's called Glasp. You go to Glasp, GLASP.o, and it's just it's a plugin that I use to do it, and it works pretty good. So you paste it. That's it. So now you, as you'll see in the ebook, it says, listen, I want you to use everything down here below the prompt. And the prompt is what you posted in here. Okay, so it's what I'm doing is I'm creating orders for the AI to follow. But the reason I created this area was because you see this prompt up here, it's very hard to create these prompts where they work, where they're good. So you click the copy, and now it's on your clipboard, and then you click build with ChatGPT. Okay, so you can go in here and you just paste it in. That's it. You don't need to do anything else. I wanted to keep it very simple, very basic, and it goes. So what it's going to do is it's going to, you're really just going to see what it's saying to you, and it's going to start creating your book. And it's fantastic. It's literally unbelievably cool. So AI splash page, I like number 1. So it's going to ask me, what would you like as a title? Use title 1. Chapters are fine. So you can just let it run, and it's going to create you a cover image, but it's first going to say author, company name, URL. This is where the URL, you could have an affiliate link to one of our ad pages, sign up as an associate page, right? Worldprofit Associates / your ID. Or you can, of course, cloak it to see how many you get. All good. And then let it continue. And it's going to create you a cover image, which you can then save on your hard drive for later. And it's even going to tell you where we're going to go in Worldprofit to make the image saved in the cloud, because you want to create an ebook, you need the image stored somewhere. Well, we provide that for free, right? Image and image hosting. It takes a few minutes to create the image, but the image will be really nice. The image generation right now with AI, ChatGPT, is fantastic. I don't really use the other one very much, but it's also free, right? There's no charge to use it. And then they're making that thing better and better too. So you can see it's thinking its way through creating an image. And I can wait for it. It's just runs. Does anybody have any questions about any of this? Anything that we've done? Because I could leave this area. You might want to maybe try the make sure that you say that you want to use the most advanced GPT mode, or try this one here, the this one, DeepSeek AI, to see if that works better for you. There is also another option that you do have, believe it or not, and it's called Microsoft Graphics. You can go into Google, and it's called MS Graphics, I think, or MS Designer. Microsoft Designer uses AI to create extremely good images. Okay. Anyways, the image is good. So you see how I download it, and it downloads into my download area. And the first thing that I do is I usually like to rename it, and I call it like splash page or something, right? Splash page ebook. That way I can refer to it later. So there we go. It says cover image is ready. Let me know, and I'll generate your full HTML book using the approved chapter structure. Okay, and it'll do all of that for you. The one thing that I like to do before I continue is I go to the hosting area. Okay, so it'll pull it up, and I want to host that page and tell it where it is. So what I do is I go like this, and I say splash page book. Right? Just so that I know, and it will come up near the top here, splash page ebook. And this is where I take this and I say copy. And this is all in the video, all in the health video. And then I go here and I say, here is the link to the cover. And you don't have to explain it. It knows what that is. I know it's hard to believe, but it knows. Okay, so here we go. Now what it's going to do is I told it I want it to create chapters about 1,500 to 2,000 words. But if my video isn't very big, it's not going to do that. It's going to create probably a smaller chapter. It's trying to work the best off of what you've given it. So this one's going, the tool works perfectly, why it matters. And then you see how short the chapter is? It's not super long right now, which is totally up to you if you want to keep the ebook really short. You can also tell it, I would like to expand on the chapters. In other words, you make the chapters bigger for me. I like them a little bigger, right? And you see these, how it says the resource box, whatever. So anyways, just to make today short, it's gone down here and it said, everything is done. Would you like to do other stuff? No. But it also would be offering to maybe create you a landing page if you want, right? I want to create a squeeze page, and I want a button, and I want the button to go to join as an associate or something. So bottom line is you copy this, and then you can go into your website management area, and you can go to the homepage if you want. There's a link in the AI page builder too that you can use. But I'm going to go new page, and then I'm going to create a full width page. And that's where I just click on the source button and I paste the stuff in. And then I do this. And so my book is done, right? So there's the whole book. It's completely done. And it's great when you can create squeeze pages and things from it, right? To get people to go places. And of course, you'd name it, give it a name up here, and save it. Well, once it's been saved, right here, so I'll say splash page ebook, right? Save it under specials, that's good. You can make changes to it in here if you wish. I mean, you can get rid of this, you can change it, you can put stuff in there. You can even say, instead of the resource box, I would like a button, and I want the button to link to get started, right? It's totally up to you. Whatever you want to do, you just talk to it. Talk to it like it's a person. Say, I don't like the resource box. I want you to change the resource box to a button, and I want it to link somewhere. So you come in here and you say, I don't want the links in the resource area. Oh. Just a button that goes here. Right? And I'm just going to say, just for make it easy, AD 33. Okay, so make the button. Oh, I'm on the wrong angle here from my keyboard. Make the button blue. Watch, blue to red. You know, that kind of a thing, like a wave of color. Blue to red, yeah, whatever. So what? So all it's going to do is it's going to fix it for me, and say, oh, okay, no problem. I'll give you a button, and you just wait for it, and it'll redo the code. Bill says it doesn't have to be an ebook. Of course not. It can be a report. It can be anything that you want. You can do your own changes to it. You can say, instead of chapters, I want it to be called parts, you know, and it will do it all. What I do recommend is you do the book, then you make the changes. It doesn't care. It's not a human. It doesn't get tired. It will simply do whatever you want it to do. That is radical. It's completely incredible. When I first started in business, when I was a young man, we had to send out mailers, and we had to write ebooks, which I did. Cost a great deal of money. And when email came along, I was mesmerized. I was like, wow, I could just email this to somebody. And faxing went out of business, right? And the web, updating pages, having autoresponders was insane. It just changed the world. This is the same now, but this is magnified 100-fold. This is 100 times better than it was. 100. So here I go in here and I paste this in, right? So now I have a button down at the bottom, or I should. See, blue to red. And then I create the page. And this is where I can go here and I can look up my splash page. You can have 100 books if you want. Like, it doesn't matter how many I have. I don't know where it's listed, splash page ebook. And this is the fun part, where you can now take this book and you can say print, save as PDF, and it's paginated. I've made it so it paginates the page. And you could tell it, listen, I want you to add some images in here off the web for me. I want to make the book snazzier, right, with pages of images. So when you save this, it's going to save it on your computer, right, to splash page ebook. And this is where you can go back into the storage area here, right? I don't have it listed here, but I will. You can go back to the storage area way up here, scroll, and save the ebook now, right? Because you choose your file on your computer and it will show up as the ebook, and you call it splash page ebook. And then you upload it. And notice that the file name one is image and one is PDF. Then you can build your landing page, right? Because you have the two essential things that you need to build the landing page. I like using landing page builder number 23. Okay, so what you could do is, there are links to this in the AI page builder, of course, but I just know where they are. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say, I want to now create a landing page builder, and I want to go to 23. I think it's 23 I like. Yeah, it's the one on the left here. This one's good. 22, 23, right? And you can go in and say, okay, I want to use this one. And you create a new one, call it free report if you want. Create this one called splash page ebook. Okay, and then we need two things. That's all. We need the ebook download link. Where do we get the download link to the ebook? Well, it's just stored right here, isn't it? It's a PDF file. So we take it, we copy it. I should put copy buttons here. Maybe I'll do that. Copy buttons. Copy buttons in image hosting, right? Image PDF hosting. See, this is why I like to use these areas, because I look at them and I go, do I really want people to have to copy? Like, it's easier to just copy, right? Little button, beep. So what I do is I go back over here and I paste that in, because that's where the ebook is. And then I go over here and I copy this one, which is the image, right? Copy. And again, these ebooks could be about anything. You can, pretty much do anything you want. So there's the ebook right there, right? AI splash page mastery. Then you can send this out and generate associates with it, right? Or you could just change it into Worldprofit autoresponder. Now, remember, this will send your ebook to them. They will be able to get your ebook with an email, with a link. All right. Now, of course, you've got to change this too, right? You don't want to have that. That's not what it is. Well, it is a free book. It's a free ebook, of course. So AI splash page mastery, the ultimate guide. So this is line 1, this is line 2, and that would replace this, because the search engines will grab this, this, and this, right? So you change it. You just go in and change it to. So you say headline 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Can you give me headline 1, 2, and 3 for my splash page to really get people excited? And it will give you the copy. You don't need to worry about the copy. It's going to do it all for you. It'll give you ideas. You can say, you know what, I want three ideas for each, right? Unlock that, discover the tool, like unlock AI. So unlock landing pages, that kind of thing. And then you throw it all in there, right? So that's what I want you folks to focus on if you want to have unique stuff out there. And you don't have to use Landing Page Builder 23. You can use whatever one you want. You can go in here and say, well, I want to use a different one. You could use this one here, or you can use, the ones that have the free reports. There's lots of them. Okay. You use this one too, this one. They're just different styles, different colors, different backgrounds. But you can modify things too. You can change backgrounds and all of that good stuff. Okay. So it takes a bit of work, takes a little bit of practice, but it can be done now completely with AI. It will build you an entire ebook completely, right? Or a report. If you want to do a report, you can do a report. The next one that I want to do is one that will create an ebook from a website that you send it. So what you would give it is a URL, and it would run with that as the ebook. And you'd make it maybe as a report rather than a full book. It would say, I want you to create me a sales page for this URL. Does that make sense? But really in the form of an ebook, but not an ebook, more like Bill was saying, like a report, but a sales report. That's right. Really cool. So you would send it to a page. For example, say that you sent them to one of our landing pages. Say that you wanted to have this type of a thing here, right? You wanted to use this, and it was on the page. So you'd send it here to generate from this copy, whatever it found here in text it would use. And it would create your report, and it would put a button at the bottom, and people would click on that button to go to a URL, right? So what I would do is when I'm creating the AI, I would put in here, let's just use this as an example. I would say, here is the URL you want it to feed from. And here is the URL that you want it to make the button go to for people to sign up after they go to the page. Does that make sense? All can be done. So I wanted to look at something down here. This is a very important thing. This is an example of one of our members that utilized the AI to make money in another program, just using these tools to not make money with Worldprofit, but to make money with another company. And then I had one of our other members send me in a note saying that he was using the AI page builder to be ranked. I think he was in the top 3. And I won't tell you how much money he was listed as, but it was a lot of money. And he said, George, I did it. And he sent me a whole video on it. And he said, here's my website with Worldprofit. And here on the top menu was the buttons for the pages that he was sending people to sign up for his site. Absolutely blew my mind. The amount of money I saw was pretty cool. And he said, it's so sad that people aren't using these tools. They're coming in and they're posting their ads and they're thinking that's how you do it. And he said, it's really sad that so many people will never see this, which really generates income, just by going in and playing with this marvelous tool. And he's doing it all, like our president, Sandy Hunter, is saying, all of it, just with the AI page builder. That's how powerful that thing was. And he showed me the pages he built, and they were beautiful, beautiful pages built. I just don't know what else to do. I don't know how to get people to use this stuff, to just simply sit there and say, today I'm going to play with the AI page builder. Yes, Joe, absolutely. But Joe, here's what you got to do. This is what I've done all my life. How do you think I became a jet instructor pilot? It was because I said, today I'm going to learn this skill. And when people knocked on the door, they got a closed door. When the phone rang, the phone rang. I did this. Down. Pick a project. Do the project that day. Make it an hour, make it 2 hours. Focus entirely on that and no questions. What you're going to do is you're going to create a page. You're going to go through a process. Learn about that one thing only. Right? And Bill, what's Bill say? I keep saying that Worldprofit, as well known as it is the best kept secret. Yeah, it is, because as you say, they don't go below the surface. You're so right, Bill. You are so right. It's very hard to get people to kind of tunnel in and go through the process necessary to create something that will work for you. Right? But that's enough said on that. I think we're getting close to the end here. Make sure you get your bonuses. Read lesson 3. Read it. And how do you get more places to promote? This is the beautiful thing. I just love this area here. It's called Add Examples. and you can go way over here and you can see new associate sources. One of my favorite places. I go here. I go here, man. This is where I go to find places to promote. I found one, I found two. Ooh, they're goodies. Not going to tell you. They're in here though. You'll find them. You just have to keep looking. There's one. There's one. You see, look at them all. Scale up. Listed in our top safe list now. How about you can find them? And you don't go to Google. You go here. Oh, Master Safe List Builder. That's also in our top safe list, top exchanges. You keep going. You keep finding them. Look at easy hits for you. Traffic era. Look at them. This is where leads are coming from. You could sit in here for an hour and find 10 places that are guaranteed to work. They're real lists. They're real people signing up, right? So do that if you need to. I mean, there's places like, you got your promo code center where you can go in here and you can sign up for these sites and do some advertising, right? This is a good one here. I like this one. All right. And of course, how do you add your affiliate programs when people sign up? That's an easy one too. You just go to add examples and you click on this red button here, not the super solos, on this one. Boop. And then you can learn about it. Just watch the video, take you right through. And you can put your affiliate programs in here. You see, you can put affiliate links in here because these people that see these links are already signed up as associates. That's awesome, Bill. Yeah, that's exactly what it's used for. Exactly. And that's why I'm going to do that new prompt for the AI page builder that's based on, you're going to put a link in and you're going to put the affiliate link in, and it will create the book for you with a link to that site if you so choose. Like I said, some people just send people to ClickBank pages. It's not the best thing to do, but if you want to do it, you can do it. It's fine. It's like review sites and things like that. All right. Any questions before we fold it up for the day, for the week? Boy, look at time. It just flies. This new site that I'm building is going to be absolutely incredible. It will generate a tremendous amount of leads and visits to ads that you've never seen. It will be really incredible. Okay, so I'm going to say see you next week to everybody. We're almost through April here. We got another week and a half or so. Everybody have a great weekend, and I want to say a big thank you to our monitor team. Thanks for using Microsoft Teams now. I think most of you are using that. Again, my biggest apology for that hour mix-up. Oh my goodness! I saw the chatter that I had created in the with the monitors. I'm like, I got up in the morning. The first thing I do in the morning is I just need a half hour to wake up, and I made the mistake. I went in there, I saw these blips coming up on my screen, and I went, "What happened?" And I looked, and Bill, I'm glad you sent me that, because I looked at that and I went, "Oh, that's the wrong time." So people are looking in there going, but this is my hour. And then the other hour was wrong. What happened was there was an internal problem on the server programming that gave me that time. I fixed it and it was corrected. So right away I looked in and I went, oh my goodness. Again, just that time change. Why do we have to change clocks? That'd be like changing the day. You get up and it's Monday and they go, no, 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 it's Tuesday. What? Yeah, we change the day every year. It's just a random thing. It just happens. It's on this day. You get up, Monday, and they go, nope, Tuesday. And then to reverse it, you get up and you go, oh, it's Monday. Nope, it's Sunday again. Oh man, I hate that thing. I wish they just leave it the way it is right now. Just Please stop changing the clock. Somebody must have invented it, right? And they said, hey, you know what? I'm kind of bored. Let's flip it over. Let's just change it up. And then another guy, he raised his hand and he said, can we have a leap year? Can we just add a date? When would you like to add the date? February. Let's make it the 29th. Approved. So we've got 2 clock changes and a leap year. And Do you want to do that every year? No, let's really screw people up. Every 4 years. let's, let's do it every four. Oh, anyways, everybody have a great weekend. And remember, have a sense of humor about all these things because I'll eventually fix them. Thank you, everyone. And yes, happy Easter. Absolutely happy Easter.